In this lesson I will show you how to make this branch with bullion block stitches. So pick up thread and make a chain of 10 stitches. It can be longer chain, the way you will design your branch you will decide. Now we will make a bullion block stitch. Right here I will place my finger right on the last stitch and I will crochet 3 stitches, chain 3. And we will do a treble crochet into the stitch that I'm holding here, or the 4th stitch from the chain, from the hook, I'm sorry. So make a treble crochet, and we will wrap thread around this stitch, this treble crochet, yarn over, hook between the chain and between the treble crochet stitch, grab thread and stretch it, make sure it's stretched here, and do it up to 6 or 8 times, depends on the thickness of your thread and a hook. If thread is fine, very fine, you will have to do it probably up to 8 times. So you just basically have to fit all this thread in order to cover treble crochet that you will not see that stitch. So here I have this coil of thread, and we will pull thread through all these stitches except the last stitch on a hook right here, this one. So grab the thread and pull it through, only through the coil right here, so that you will have 2 stitches on the hook. Grab the thread again and pull it through both stitches. Make sure that the thread right here, this thread, will be the same height as your stitch. Don't make it very tight. Now make chain of 3 stitches, chain 3, and we will connect with a slip stitch this chain to the same stitch where you made your treble crochet, right in here. It's easier to turn it around and hold the bullion block stitch by the top and crochet slip stitch. So the first bullion block stitch is ready. Next make chain of 5 stitches. You can make 5 stitches, you can make it longer, it depends how often you want your bullion block stitches to be repeated. And again we will make block stitch. We'll do in the same, exactly following the same directions, the same pattern. Chain 3, treble crochet into the 4th stitch from the hook, make treble crochet and wrap thread around the treble crochet 6 to 8 times. Yarn over, stitch, you count it as 1, have 2, yarn over and stitch 3, yarn over and stitch 4, 5 and 6. I'm making 6 because for me it is enough in order to close the treble crochet stitch. And then pull thread through all stitches in this coil. I like to hold this thread right here at the bottom of the stitch in order that you will not stretch this very much. You don't want this to be stretched. Tight or stretched, the same height as the height of a stitch. Make chain of 3 stitches and connect to the same stitch where you crocheted treble crochet. Make slip stitch, and again chain 5 and make bullion block stitch. And you can crochet this way as many bullion block stitches as you want to make the branch also as long as you need. So let's assume that this is our last bullion block stitch and we're ready to crochet the top of the branch right here. So this will be our last stitch, bullion block stitch. Right next to it we will make another bullion block stitch. So you right now, right here at the top, make again chain of 3 stitches and make treble crochet right in the same stitch as your previous treble crochet. And this is how you make one more bullion block stitch. You can even make 3 of them here. Again chain 3 and secure this chain in the same stitch, that same stitch where we were connecting all the first black bullion block stitch. So here you have them here together. Now make sure to move thread behind the main chain, the main stem. So that the main chain will be kind of on the top of the thread. And we will crochet single crochet stitches around each block stitch, bullion block stitch, around the first chain, then on the top of the stitch, and right here where the other chain is. I think it will fit like 4 single crochet stitches. So this is around the chain, and if your stitch right here at the top is too stretched, you can crochet 2 single crochet stitches here, or 1, depends how you crochet. If it's too stretched stitch, make 2. Now we will crochet not just single crochet stitches, not just around this chain, the second chain, but also around this thread right here. We want to hide this thread, so insert the hook between the stitch and the thread that was behind the stitch, and crochet single crochet stitches, also 4 single crochet stitches around. When you come to the middle of both stitches, you have to make sure that you will not have hole between of them. So make slip stitch into the opposite side, right in here, opposite side of bullion block stitches, where you started crochet around the chain. So insert hook over there and make a slip stitch. It's not always easy to see, but you can feel the stitch, the area where you can go. Make a slip stitch, make sure that stitch is tight, and crochet single crochet stitches around second bullion block stitch. Four single crochet stitches around chain of 3, then 1 or 2 single crochet stitches on the top of the bullion block stitch, depends on how stretched your stitch there, and make sure to pick up the thread and crochet around thread and the chain another 4 single crochet stitches. And 1 more slip stitch right in the middle, right here, slip stitch at the end. Now you will be at the top, and here's the main stem, the main chain right here. Now we will crochet around this stem single crochet stitches. So you will treat this chain as a packing cord. So you basically are not inserting hook into the chain, but crochet around the chain. And here you crochet as many single crochet stitches as you can fit. It can be 5 or 6 or 7. It all depends on the way you crochet, how tight or loose you crochet. And if I recommend you to crochet tight, you probably will fit here 6 or 7 single crochet stitches. So now you came to the area where you have bullion block stitch. Make a slip stitch. You can make a slip stitch right in that stitch right here, or let's make a slip stitch here. Slip stitch and chain 3. And make another bullion block stitch right in here. So after you crochet all these pairs of stitches, I will show you how to finish the work. So connect the stitch right in the same spot, right here, and the same way as before, crochet single crochet stitches around both bullion block stitches, just around the same way as I showed you. And when you come to this place, when you will crochet around first bullion block stitch, make sure to make a slip stitch to close this hole right in here. You don't want this. So when you will be at the top area, this is where you will insert the hook right there in order to close the area. And continue this way again. After you crochet around single crochet stitches around both bullion block stitches, again you will have chain. You will crochet single crochet stitches around the chain, make again bullion block stitch, and you will have to finish this branch. And I will show you how to finish this piece. So here I have longer branch to show you. Make sure, do not forget to crochet single crochet stitches around each pair of those bullion block stitches. And so now we came to the place where we have the chain, and we have to crochet around this chain. Also we have this tail of thread that we have to weave in. What I do, I take this short tail and will crochet around the tail and the chain together, and you will see what will happen. So crochet single crochet stitches around. It's sort of like a crochet over the packing cord. So you see it is right here, and you crochet around and the thread and the chain. Crochet to the last stitch. And it is basically not the last stitch, but the first stitch, the stitch that you started with. So a few more single crochet stitches, and I never count how many stitches will be here. As soon as they are tight and you don't see the chain through them. So here I can fit one more stitch. Now insert the hook into that last stitch, where the beginning of it. It's actually our first stitch of slip knot. Insert the hook right there, and now you have this thread, that short tail, and this is the end of it. So pull on this and you will see what happened with this loop. So your hook is at the last stitch, holding it there, pull on the thread. So that's it. You weaved in, you don't have to worry about this anymore, and you actually can cut this thread. And it's gone. You weaved in one piece. And you have to finish. You have 2 stitches on the hook, just make a slip stitch like this. You can cut thread, pull on it, and with a tapestry needle weave in the last piece of thread that is on the way, need to be weaved in. So you just insert this thread inside these stitches and I always pick up few, 1, 2, 3. Or more if you can. And weave in the thread in such a way that your work will not be unraveled. And now you just turn it to the other side. This will be your back. There's the front and here's the back. And also you can weave in around or even inside the bullion block stitch itself a few times, that your thread won't be lost and will not unravel your work. And then you just take the whatever is left, what you don't need, cut this off, and you will have this beautiful, very different branch that look like a branch with berries.